Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with another additional Creatures 2 Creature Spotlight video. And today we've got the Hatzegopteryx. This absolute unit. Just, yeah, they are terrifying in the wild. They really are. So these are basically the additional Creatures 2 Apex of the Air, right? And few things. Their saddle is a level 105, so that's a bit of a hint right there, right? And no, there's no riding it without a saddle. Second is, they require Apex Kibble. Now, Apex Egg Kibble, that is an additional Creatures 2 unique thing. Learned at level 94. 2 fertilized Aloe eggs, 2 fertilized Giga eggs, 2 fertilized Megalosaur eggs, 2 fertilized Rex eggs, and 2 fertilized Spino eggs, plus some fiber and Major berries. Yeah. So you have to have all those things tamed and breeding before you can even make the kibble for these. The last time I went to tame one, it took, I think, 18 of those. So, yeah, it's there's a little bit of prep work involved in getting these things. Also, when you're taming them, their torpor drops insanely fast. So what you're going to want to get are these things. Prime darts. Shock Dart increased in potency with a strange alpha blood material found in additional alphas. Never spoils, easier to carry. 3 times the potency of Shock Darts. So you're going to want, like, as good of a long neck as you can get, you're going to want a bunch of those alpha darts. And I mean a bunch, because these things, they drop torpor so fast. And it's got 142,000. You get this thing knocked out, it's probably going to wake up in maybe a minute. It'll drain all that torpor. So you have to keep up the pressure. This is definitely a beastie you want to bring a tribe in on. Taming them alone is a little bit of a task, right? So this was level 150 tamed up. And 21,600 health. 4,000 stamina. These things actually, their stamina is amazing. Usually. Usually. There's one attack they can do that drains the stamina incredibly fast, though. But it's worth it. It really is. And why is your food low? That's weird. They've got a decent amount of weight, and melee damage, usually it's not bad. Now, something to remember, their base damage on their standard peck attack, which is that wonderful thing. Which, by the way, look at the size of my player compared to this. But, yeah, their standard peck attack does a base of 100 damage. So, yeah. 600%, that's 602 damage right there. And you can see they can attack relatively quickly, and it's got a decent knockback to it. I mean, not a crazy amount, but definitely a threat, right? Now, you might want to turn the volume down, but the right click is a roar. So, yeah, no, that's how you'll find them in the wild, most likely, is you will hear that long before you can see them. And good luck trying to track them down by just on the roar, but they're pretty easy to spot. I mean, they're usually dark colored. Actually, I can't remember really seeing a whole lot of variations to them, but the wing membranes are always a very bright, vivid color like that. Now, do the peck in the air as well. It's actually slightly faster while flying. And they can regain stamina while in the air. So you don't even have to land. You just, basically you can still fly and regain stamina. Just don't hold shift. Now, while they're holding shift, they are pretty much hands down one of the fastest flyers I've seen. And very maneuverable for their size. And they can definitely outturn a wyvern, which is not hard when you get down to it. But, no, I mean, they can turn around and attack things really easily, especially for how big they are. They're not bad on the ground. I mean, they're relatively... I don't know if they could run down a human, but... it's not a hassle to have to walk around on the ground for some particular reason. Now, the real power of these things, though, is their sea attack. They have a sea spin like a Pteranodon does. Which, a little on the loud side, mind you, but sea attack, twice as powerful as the regular bite, which is awesome, right? Hits 3 times in rapid succession, and inflicts bleed. Like a true aloe bleed. So, definitely something to not get hit by. Now, other things are they're immune to bleed themselves, they're immune to chain bolas, and spider webs. So you can't even really slow these things down. If they're coming at you, your best bet is to be hiding, probably within stone or tech. I don't think they can damage stone, but I wouldn't be surprised. Metal or tech would probably be your best bet for a base, and I don't even know how you would go about trapping one of these things. And I've actually had them get bored of fighting me while I was trying to trank them out and just leave. And as big as they are actually a pain to hit because they do like to fly relatively high. And like I said, they're fast. It's hard to lead them, and it's kind of a pain, honestly. But it's if you want to clear like a wyvern trench out, this is your beastie. Go in, do the sea spin, and just watch the wyverns fall around you. This thing, base attack would do 600 damage. Its spin attack is going to hit 3 times for 1200 damage, which, I mean, that's 3600 right there, plus inflict a bleed. And I mean, it's not hard to really kind of chain these together either. They have a little bit of a cooldown between them. I'm spamming C right now, so there we go. We're looking probably every 10 seconds you can get one of those off. On my collector playthrough, I have used one of these to solo the Desert and Forest Titans. So, haven't quite gotten around to the Ice Titan yet. Actually, yeah, those episodes, my collector's pre-recorded, so it'll be a little while till those episodes come out. But yeah, no, these things are, I don't know if they would go against a king, and they're too heavy to go into boss fights, so you can't exactly take it to the mana core. But if you have in-world bosses or whatever, these things, like Shred the Broodmother on Valguero, maybe a few other modded maps like that, whatnot. But yeah, definitely good against the Titans. Maybe not as good against the Ice Titan because of the whole freezing mechanic, but I don't think it's going to live long enough to get off that freeze more than maybe a couple of times. So, and if need be, you can just clear out. You can leave for a bit. That's pretty much everything about this. It's actually slightly bigger than a Quetz, so if you're trying to build a place in your base to house one of these things, yeah, good luck with that. But yeah, other than that, there's really not much to it. It's just an incredible powerhouse of a creature. That is a downside. You cannot stand on the creature. So, I mean, they're pretty easy to get up on the saddle, but you hop off and it drops you to the side. So do be careful of that if you're going after wyvern eggs. I did have a couple close calls in the past. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's this big, beautiful thing. They will scare the hell out of you while they're breeding, because they do that roar whenever they breed. So if you forgot you had them on breeding and that roar pops out of nowhere, you're gonna be running outside real quick to see what the hell's going on. But it's hard enough taming one of these things, let alone 2 for breeding. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next one, signing out, have fun,